Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're looking at Crazy #1. This is 20 cents, Marvel Comics. I'm going to guess that this is 1974. Alright, this wonderful cover by Maurice Everson. I had this, I don't know, I got this as a kid. I got it in like a garage sale or something. I didn't get it off the stands, but I was just, I thought this was going to be an important comic. I just looked up the value. It's like $4. But that doesn't mean it's not important, okay? It means it's important to me. And I also didn't know that it's a reprint from Not Brand Ecks. Okay? Not Brand Ecks was Marvel's like a lampoon. It was making fun of itself. It was making fun of superheroes. I need to point out that Crazy originally debuted in 1953. It was like an 11-issue humor magazine when Marvel was Atlas Comics. And then, so this is actually Crazy Volume 2, #1, which reprints Not Brand Ecks Volume 1. How is that for confusing? And Not Brand Ecks, ECCHS, I think it was spelled. And it was goofing on those commercials, like, you like this product better than Brand Ecks. And you know, it worked in the 60s for a while, and then at this point Marvel was reprinting a lot of its old horror comics and monster comics, so why not reprint some of its humor comics? It didn't work. It only lasted 3 issues. But we got this wonderful cover by Maurice Everson. I just love this cover. Just checking this out. Also, my last video, I apologize. The sound quality was poor, so this is kind of a test. So I'm gonna make a short video, and I figured I'd just debut this for a short video because there's really not much to this. Beware the Furish Man, my son. Now, who is the Furish Man? It's Irving Forbush. He becomes the Furish Man, and Marvel tried to make him like their Alfred E. Newman, you know, their humorous mascot, and it never really stuck. They had to push it for a while. I just remember in all the letters pages they would reference the Furish Man. They would like put little editorial comments like Irving Forbush says this. And who cares? It was stupid. Beware the Furish Man, my son. See, here he's trying to join the XMen. It's just so terrible puns. But I love the artwork. Okay, so let's look at the credits. Smilin' Stan Lee, Groovy Gary Friedrichs, Tender Tom Sutton, Adorable Artie Semick. Remember these names well. You'll want to blame someone by the time you finish this. And what year? I said 74, and this is 73. Okay, I was off by a year. The original series, I think, was like 66 or something like that. But I do love the artwork. I don't know. I can't stand that Cyclops' beams are wavy when they're straight. But what do you want? This like Zapsville. So there's the thing, visor, and all I thought you were a diehard 3D movie buff. She's talk about beating the others cold. You know, it's so stupid. But I love this artwork. So, what was it? Happy Halloween Mask Company. You know, this is just how the stupid humor goes. So the XMen are you know, ECCH, the XMen or whatever. It's just so bad. And Furish Man rings their doorbell. He wants to join. So here we got what do they call him? Magneto and Toadstool. So he's like, it's Magneto and the Toadstool. They just, what a coincidence. Just happens to attack when Furish Man wants to join the group. So he runs out to fight them. And what does he do? The Toadstool smashes him. Magneto bangs his head on his helmet, and Magneto's all dazed. You know, so he's gonna beat them accidentally. You know, it's one of those kind of things. So and here comes Slick Silver and the Scarlet Wench. Oops. The Scarlet Witch has done it again. Wrecks the wrong person. Don't worry, Magneto. I got to hit the right one eventually. And the Hex bounces off her helmet and turns her into an old lady. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, no. And then the Hex... I'll fix you. Oh, I'm back, Maggie Sweet. You're a regular Elizabeth Art. I don't even know who that is. And the welcome mat blings around. It's just so stupid. So he ends up beating Magneto, and he ends up beating all the goofy mutant villains. So now he goes into the dangerous room. You know, he's fixing everything, or at least he's trying to, and he makes it accidentally super dangerous. You know, more than normal. Nice style there on Jean Grey, Marvel Girl. And so now he leaves. There's Thor over here. Gloom. Light, you know. He's got a cloud over his head. Aunt May beats him off with a rolling pin, and now he meets the Beatles. Very topical in 1972. That's Sergeant Pepper. It's Stan soap ops. Never finished high school. And at what price? Furish Man. So this is reprinting from not Brand Ecchs, I think #3. Kirby, 5 cents a zap. Is this drawn by Kirby? No. Okay, so this is another story. Stan Lee, editor. Roy Thomas, writer. John Veerport. Oh wow, he drew this. I didn't realize he did art. So this is Furish Man now, just fighting all of like the Marvel villains. There's Doctor Doom. You know, just so bad. As a kid, I thought this is hilarious. Now I find it tedious. An upside down bat. You know. Sloosh. Aunt May's beating the crap out of him. He can't fight her back. And oh, this is him in his secret identity. They never show his face. That's one of the gags. And what is he? He takes out this record. He's gonna join the Revengers. So he's got to join the Revengers now. And there's Dang the Conqueror. Okay, so who does this? Stan Lee, Roy Thomas, Gene Colan. Oh wow, Gene Colan's too good for this. So there's what do they call him? Dang the Conqueror, the Black Panther. So he's tired all the time. The Wisp. Hog Tie, and what do they call Giant Man? I forget. But so now Dang the Conqueror is going to attack because Charlie America quit the team instead of Captain America. That's what bad. They beat him up. He loses his teeth. You know, there's a reason why it only lasted 3 issues. The Terrific 10. This is the Saturday. For those of you who may have been new, back in the 70s and even the 80s. It was a big deal to see Saturday morning cartoons because the access to cartoons was pretty limited. You had cartoons after school at around 3 o'clock till about 5 o'clock, and then you had cartoons on Saturdays, and that was it. So the Saturday morning lineup on every channel was very competitive. They always tried. So you have Underdog, the Jetsons, the Roman Holidays, which I don't remember, and they called it the Terrific 10. So here we go. Now he is. Where's it coming from? Stop that. You know. Wait. He knocks over the wall. It's just so stupid. And I'm doing this purposely quick because I'm really just testing out to see if my microphone works. Gene Colan. It's kind of sad. Gene Colan's too good for this, and he beats Dang the Conqueror. Dun, 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 dun. And remember, this is Marble Earth instead of Marvel Earth because it's Marvel Comics within the continuity of Crack Comics. So now he's going to join Sheesh. So who does the credits here? Stan Lee, Gary Friedrich. Oh, good, better artist. Oh, Gary Friedrich's the writer. Marie Severin's the artist now. That's cool. And that's Nick Dang Fury or something like that. And these are the agents of Sheesh. And they're sneaking up on him. Oh, wow. I made it into the comic books. I forgot I sent in my picture. Cool. There you go. A little face reveal. Reach. After 5 days, return to Santa Claus. Da, 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 da. So now they're all just like pulling out high-tech weapons. There's Jimmy Woo. There's Gabe. Dum Dum Dugan. You know, these are all the ex-Howling Commandos are now agents of Sheesh. He's put the cigar out on him. It's just so stupid. And they're going to go find the Yellow Claw. But what do they call him in this comic? I forget. And his headquarters is under a Chinese laundromat. Because the 70s were a different time. You know, Yellow Paw. Yeah, the Yellow Paw. What give idea like that? Excuse me, please, honorable sir. Very important customer. Da, 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 da. I'll leave it up to you to make your own comments. And where's the Yellow Paw? They're buying heads. And here comes the sexy dragon lady. I can't even read that because of the fonts. And they're all like, she's kissing him and loving him up and, you know, sends him on his way. That would have worked for me. And Dang Furious ripped. See, I love this. Even Marvel made up Nick Fury. But Marvel knows that Nick Fury is a man of action. And so he rips off his shirt, starts fighting everybody. That's the main reason why I didn't like Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Samuel L. Jackson was always sitting down in a chair and telling other people to do things. Nick Fury in the comics was ripping off his shirt and was the first person to do stuff. And so he's running around, jumping, and the sexy chick, they pull his mask off. It's the Yellow Paw, and he's like, "Oh God!" And now they're running down the street chasing him. And there you go. That was crazy. I do like the art. It's. I didn't realize this at the time until I did a little research that this was a reprint. And it's funny because I have the Not Brand Ecks, and I just didn't make the connection. Shows you how long ago I got them. So I got this first, actually. So, whatever. And then, I'm not a big fan of this kind of stuff. To me, it's like one jokey... I said when I talked about Captain Carrot, I'm not a big fan of the humor comic books because, for the most part, they're not funny. Humor is hard to write. People say that. I dabbled in like writing and stories, and I wrote a play, I wrote a screenplay, I started like 3 novels. I never finished anything. And at first, I'm like, I'm going to be zany, wacky, comedy, funny guy. And nobody liked it. The people who were proofreading my stuff, they just said it's not funny. So I gave up on it. Comedy is difficult. Comedy is tough. And Captain Carrot actually amuses me because it's not just pop culture references. The humor comes from within the situations and the characters, which I like better than just like, instead of Spider-Man, it's Dider-Man. Instead of Dr. Octopus, that's just weak. But and that's what this comic is. It's the type of comedy that I don't particularly like. Okay, so hopefully my mic is working. I don't know how to fix the Love and Rockets issue, so I'm just gonna leave it up in case anybody wants to watch it. But I apologize about the sound. I bought a new mic when the old one gave out, and it's been working fine. And then all of a sudden, it's all cracky and poppily. So I'm pushing buttons on it and moving it around, and I hope this works. Let me know. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.